Hello, lovely people. I hope you all are doing well. I had a question yesterday about regulating emotions. A lovely lady asked me if I could give some tips on how to regulate emotions. These types of questions always make me laugh. Not at you, but just the question itself, because it implies to me that you just don't want to feel your emotions. You are finding ways and techniques and tools to avoid feeling your emotions. That's all you're doing, to be in control of your emotional state. And by avoiding your emotions, it does the opposite of what you want it to do, especially in the long run, because eventually your emotions will control you. It will run your life. So the best way to regulate emotions, if you want to call it that, is to feel your emotions. That's it. Is to sit down, take a deep breath, and just flip and feel it. Feel it in your body, be present with it, and allow yourself to fully experience this emotion and process it. And the more that you can do that, the more that you feel in control, if you want to, put words and if you want to call it that, because you will release it, and that emotion will no longer control you. It will no longer overwhelm you. But initially, in terms of processing it, yes, it's going to be overwhelming, it's going to be uncomfortable, and all of that. So for me personally, the way I see it, yeah, you can use techniques to self-regulate and regulate emotions, but it's not going to help you. It's keeping you stuck in patterns. And in the long run, it's going to make the situation worse. It's going to affect your health, your relationships, and all sorts. But having said that, there are tools and there are things that you can do to get started in terms of I keep saying self-regulating, emotional, regulation, or whatever you want to call it. So the first is you need to start with self-awareness, and one of the best tools for self-awareness is journaling. So if you don't know how you feel, start by journaling how you feel, and not about facts, about what happened, but more be descriptive about what is going on inside your inner world. Be as descriptive as you can about how you feel, so that you start to understand what is going on. And once you do that, you'll start to be able to identify certain emotions as they come up. So this is a good start, and name the emotion. So is fear being triggered, or maybe it's shame, or whatever the emotion is. So a good start is to being aware of what emotions are being triggered within you. After that, you need to, when it comes to self-regulation, I said it again, when it comes to emotional regulation, you need to notice what is the resistance that you have towards this emotion. Because if you're resisting the emotion, you're not going to be able to process it. You have to overcome the resistance first before you can actually access the emotion and process it. So is it that you fear this emotion? Or maybe you have judgments about the emotion? Or maybe you just flip and you don't know how to do it. But really it's about feeling. Or perhaps you're trying to understand the emotion in your head and trying to analyze it and process it in your head, which is literally impossible. It just doesn't work. So you have to work through the resistance before you can actually process the emotion. So that's one, self-awareness. Two is mindfulness. As much as I hate that word, I think it's overused, and people that are using it are not actually mindful at all. At least some of the people that I've seen use it. But anyway, so becoming present. So if emotions are coming up and being triggered, instead of reacting to them, you need to sit with that emotion. Take a deep breath, sit, and just flip and feel it. Allow yourself to feel it. You can bring yourself back to the present moment. You can notice what's around you. Do a reality check and just fully be present. And third is really about mindset, which goes back to point one as well in terms of the judging emotions. It's about you shifting your mindset about the emotions that are coming up. So being the observer, really, being neutral to this emotion. But the real key is to desire to feel your emotions. You have to want to feel them, no matter how uncomfortable, no matter how scary, no matter how ugly, or whatever is coming up for you. You have to desire to feel it and be curious about this emotion that is trying to teach you something. This is a lesson, a soul lesson. So yeah, these are really the key. There are other tools. Like, one of the best tools that I find is EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. It's a really easy, simple tool, and the reason why I like it is because it goes into the emotion rather than take you out of it. So you are acknowledging every emotion that comes up and fully feeling it. And I've had some great breakthroughs with EFT. This is really the one tool that I may still use, more so with clients rather than with myself. I now just use my desire and my heart prayers and the journaling to process emotions, or to initiate any sort of emotional processes and things like that. Emotional regulation, for me, the way that I see it, is not the way to truly heal. The only way out is through, and the only way is to fully feel that emotion inside of your body. That's the only way in which you're going to set yourself free and be in control, I guess, of your emotions, more in control of your emotions and your life, really. Anyway, I hope this helps. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below. And yeah, bye for now.